I'm going to look in chat now. I want to know what you got to say about this. I am. I'm doing true crime. I am the true crime. I am the victim of a true crime live going on as we speak. With people writing under his chat, we're going to get him. He's a this, he's a that. He doesn't deserve to live, da da da. That's true.
Hey y'all, so I know that clip's a few days old, and I also know that he went off on another pity party rant last night. Here's the thing, I'm not camming up again, but I'm going to do it soon because I have some things I want to say to AT, and I want to put my face back on camera so he can see me when I'm talking to him. Not that it's going to make a dent, and I just want to make this perfectly clear, okay? I am not some social justice media warrior, right? White knighting for the Rusak family. Okay, I fight my battles offline. I've worked in the nonprofit sector. I've raised awareness about human trafficking. I've worked with victims. That's how I choose to fight my battles. Okay, this is my platform though, and this is where I give my opinions. And 5 years ago, I had some very strong opinions about AD when he started going off the rails about Nicole Kessinger, and I still have some very strong opinions about this guy because he's still putting out conspiracies and lies. But now he's just moved on to different cases, right? Because he goes where the money is. So I do have a lot of issues with him. But I want to say this to AD because he's always talking about gang stalkers. Oh, these gang stalkers. I've been gang stalked for 5 years. What about your little minions, sir? You know why I stopped making videos 5 years ago? Because of your people coming to my page and threatening me and my family. And honestly, you weren't worth the aggravation at the time. And so I walked away. When I came back, and sometimes I wish I'd never walked back through the door, quite honestly. But I've said my piece on everything that's going down in this community. Y'all know where I stand. I'm not going to keep repeating myself on that. As for AD, sir, how dare you act like you are some innocent guy who's never done anything wrong in his life when you for years, and this is my sticking point with him, guys, because I feel like this gets lost and people, this is the most important point in my opinion. And that's not to negate what he did to Frankie and his family, because that was a travesty. And I really hope that they get some kind of restitution off this guy, okay, to teach him a lesson, because that's the only way he's going to learn. But his biggest victim, in my opinion, is Nicole Kessinger. And you do not have to like her. Obviously, she had made some very questionable moral choices, and I'm sure to this day she regrets it. She probably regrets ever hearing Chris Watts' name. But regardless of those poor choices, this woman did not deserve to be slandered for years and years by this man. Because again, he did not state, it wasn't an opinion. He didn't allude to the fact that she might be a murderer. He stated it as a fact. He said this woman is a murderer, and those videos are still there. And I know I'm like a broken record with this, but I'm going to keep at it because it irritates me. He needs to take those videos down, and he needs to apologize. He went after her friend Jim, who had absolutely nothing to do with anything except being her friend. You know, guilt by association, which is, hey, we know all about this in this community, right? Anyway, he went after Jim. His people found this guy's social media platform and were threatening him, wanting to call his work. And then AD, instead of being compassionate and thinking, you know what, maybe I've got this wrong, he gets on his platform and he mocks the people who are defending Jim. And he goes, leave Jim alone, leave Jim alone. And, you know, just live after live, he would do this, mocking people for defending this innocent man. So let me say this to you now, AD. Leave AD alone. Leave him alone. How does it feel, AD? How does it feel to have someone... And here's the thing. Nobody accused you of being the P word, okay? You can keep pushing that narrative all you want. People alluded to it. But even so, it doesn't feel nice, does it? It hurts, right? It really hurts to be falsely accused of something you didn't do and have to defend yourself. And unfortunately, Nicole Kessler didn't have the luxury of being able to defend herself because this woman had to go into hiding and change her name because of people like you. So, oh my God. Then Val did a video where she was talking about how this man profits off other people's death, because it's true, right? And so she had a thumbnail, and he was the Grim Reaper, okay? And because nuances are lost on this idiot, he thought that she was saying she wanted him dead. And this is the message that he put out to his people. And then his people came to Val's platform and started threatening her, okay? Knowing good and well, after she corrected his misconceptions, that this was false, those videos are still there. Is he concerned about Val's safety or putting out a false narrative about her? How about him doxing Martin and Helen, okay? And regardless of what you think they did, and this is what people are not getting. 2 wrongs don't make a right, okay? Did you learn it in Sunday school? Did your parents not teach you anything? Just because someone does a bad deed to you does not give you a right to do the same thing to them. I mean, my God, people, it's... Jesus, okay, anyway. I'm sorry, this is so infuriating. At any rate, this gang stalking that he is talking about, and I've said it before, I said it 5 years ago, and I'll say it now, nobody has the right to go into this man's personal life and go after his family. But he is not innocent, okay? He has done some shady stuff over the years. And for people who are wanting to excuse that now because they hate certain individuals, you need to look in the mirror and get a grip, personally. And I'm not telling you what to do, okay? And I think people are misconstruing my words. If you want to support AD, support AD. If you want to support someone who's using their platform to bully, harass, slander, body shame, go ahead, okay? That is on you. You take ownership of that. I'm just telling you from my perspective, it's not a good look. And it's hurting any credibility that you have. But you do you. As for you, AD, I would encourage you to do some self-reflecting, which you won't do, right? You'll continue to be the victim. You'll continue to put out false information about true crime people, point the finger at innocent people, because you don't have any common sense. You really don't. Because anybody else, a long time ago, when a victim's family came to them and said, hey, you've got the narrative wrong, could you please stop? If you had any human decency, you would have stopped. And you can say, well, I don't victim blame. I don't get on here and mock Shanann. No, but you hurt her family, sir. Do you honestly think that she would want you to do what you've done to Frankie and to his family? Do you really think that she would condone that? You've done a disservice to them and to Shanann. Okay? And you're, like I said, you're continuing to do it to other families. What you did to Kylie Rodney's family was wrong. What you've done to Nicola Bully's family is wrong. So why don't you start owning your crap instead of always playing the victim? Anyway, until next time, y'all, be well.